What helped me out was finding Grim. Well, perhaps Grim finding me. I was already realizing that I could not continue this extreme lone wolf path. The most difficult time in my life has to do with that cutting pain in 2019. It crushed my world. It took me into a dark, depressive place where I stopped being a good Pablo and became a cold, distant, and unaffectionate Pablo. I value trust as the foundation of any relationship. I have seldom ever incorruptibly trusted someone to the level I did at that time. And for that expression of vulnerability and putting myself out there in this form to be paid back with a betrayal that almost completely wiped me out, it was very hard to take. Then resulted in me hurting other people that had nothing to do with this betrayal. Those that were close to me, family, friends, acquaintances, that obviously did not like this new, cold, distant, and unaffectionate Pablo. So I took a bad thing and made it worse for people that didn't need to be paying for this. And I started seeking what the exit was, what was the little solution, what could be done. I have finally found the one group of people that impossibly demonstrate, walk the talk of values and what matters in one's life. Reliability, resiliency, incorruptible trust, incorruptibility. The most challenging thing for me in this Grim Iron Fest, my first Iron Fest and my first Grim Fest, truly was the fire ritual. This took a lot of preparation on my part, from an introspective reflection and walking down memory lanes as I defined the very thing that I wanted to commit to the fire during our fire ritual. And of course, these are pain points, events that have transformed us, perhaps for the worse. In my case, a cutting pain that still remained an open wound, bleeding every single night when the movies replayed in my head. The process of reflecting on what I needed to do, what I needed to commit to the fire to transform that pain and that open wound into a healed and sealed scar, making me stronger, learning from it, and letting the pain be the step that moved me forward, put everything behind, was difficult, was emotionally challenging, mentally exhausting. And the moment of delivery in front of my brothers around the fire demanded courage and commitment on my part to come through it 100%. And that's the way I did it. And at no point I doubted that ritual was as difficult as it was. It was the most transformative moment in Iron Fest. And for me, within the Brotherhood, with the brothers physically around this fire in this Iron Fest. One of the largest moments of synchronicity came on Saturday when I lost my circle ring at some moment in the morning during the warm-ups. We went forward through a physical challenge, physical fitness challenges, and a few hours later I realized that I don't have my ring. So we talked for a few people. A few of the brothers went out to try to find it. We couldn't find it. We decided that the grounds of our first Iron Fest had requested an offering, and I had a smile because it had a purpose and it had to happen, and that's the way things happen. Many hours later, Joshua sees this shiny object laying on the sand, picks up the ring, brings it up, and says, "Did anybody lose a ring?" Because he may have not known that I had lost that ring. I happened to be walking right behind him. So as he turned around and showed the ring, I looked at him and I looked at the ring, and I just was in absolute amazement that this had happened. It also circles back to when one surrenders something and stops seeking and searching and forcing a certain result, is perhaps when the result shows up the way it needs to show, at the moment it needs to show, when it's ready to be shown. I bonded most with Anthony. I picked him up at the airport a week before Iron Fest, and it was absolutely magic from that point forward. So Anthony has this gift that his words, his eyes, his gesture, he exudes a sense of comfort that breaks down a man's shield. That process compelled me to open up and talk about some of the stories and talk about some of the things that I've had in here for years, decades. And hell, I was in tears on my way back from the airport from picking him up in some of these conversations. And that continued and continued and continued and continued. Iron Fest, the actual fest, when we started, took it to the next level. We remained shoulder to shoulder, step by step, helping each other and ensuring that we were all gonna succeed at this very challenging Iron Fest, without anyone ever forgetting that we could lean on each other at any given time. Finding these brothers has been transformative, and I am now, for the most part, from the inside out, a new man.